All right, we are live. I'm going to give everyone just a minute to jump on. There's just a few second delay here from what Miranda and I are saying to what you guys are seeing on your YouTube link. So hello and welcome. I'm going to bring up some slides for you tonight that we're going to be talking on. Can you see that okay, Miranda?
I can see it great.
Perfect.
It's not full screen. Is that okay?
It won't be for you. It will be for them.
Awesome.
Yep. Good question. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Thank you again for jumping on our call tonight. Miranda and I are really excited to share with you guys more about what Beachbody coaching is and a little bit about ourselves and how we have become involved with coaching. And hopefully throughout this quick webinar tonight, we will be able to answer some of the most common questions that you have, and anything at the end that you still have questions on, we will be able to answer for you. You will be able to post questions on the event invite that you were given from us, either one of us when you were invited or from one of the other coaches on the team, and we will answer your questions that we see pop up on there. So I will just do a little different here so you can see it all. So my name is Annie Grace. For anyone who does not know me, maybe Miranda or one of the other coaches on the team invited you to our webinar tonight. But I have been a coach actually since about 2011. Actively, I've been coaching since 2013. So for the last 2 full years, I have been actively coaching and building a team and helping other people. Before that, I just to give you a little bit of information, was more just a discount coach. I met my coach at my work, and I really was just looking for a discount on my Shakeology every month. I was living paycheck to paycheck, and also just looking, of course, for that discount on the programs, because I am what I call a program junkie. I have a whole collection of programs, so that way I never get bored with my workouts at home, and they're always with me even on the go. I am a diamond coach with Beachbody, which means I have built a team of coaches who's also building teams for themselves. And I'm also a Success Club 10 All-Star, and I didn't put it on there, but also since October, I've become a Success Club 5 legend. And what those mean is that I'm helping 5 or more people for the last 24 months with their health and fitness. So that's just something that takes some work, but that's what I'm here to do, and what Miranda's here to do too, and she'll share in her stories, just to help other people with their own health and fitness, to inspire them, motivate, and help create that change that they're looking for. So a little bit more about myself. I am a newlywed. My husband and I just in September of this year celebrated our 1-year anniversary. We have 2 fur babies. We call them the girls. If you follow me on Facebook, they're always the girls, Ellie and Marcy, and they have middle names. I talked about that this last week. So those are our pride and joy for right now. People are always asking about kids, and yes, at some point we plan on children, but for right now, those are our babies. I am also a dental hygienist. So I work 3 days a week right now as a dental hygienist. I was working 40 hours a week until earlier last year. This last year, let's see, in February of this year, I went down a day at work so that my husband and I could actually have more time together, because he has weekends off of work. I also have a degree in health and human services. So with coaching, I'm kind of applying some of that, but we'll talk about this more. It's not something that you have to have. I just love helping people feel good about themselves and creating a smile on their face and having confidence. My journey with Beachbody, like I said, started in 2011, and when I started with insanity, which I look back on that and I'm like, oh my gosh, was I crazy. Even people that I talked to today, if they ever did Insanity, they never finished the program. I can tell you I finished the program. I did it with a coworker in the basement at our work. Every night after work, we did Insanity together, and I ordered the program with my Shakeology. And I had to pay a coach sign-up fee of $40, which now you get waived, and we'll talk about that later. But just to get that discount, I paid a $40 fee with my package in order to get started. And then that way I could do the workouts at home on the weekends when we were not together at work. I will tell you with Insanity, I did not follow the meal plan, which is something that I love about Beachbody now is we have such simple meal plans. But I've always been what I would call a self-proclaimed food addict. I have struggled with it my whole life, although people have always looked at me as somebody who was small and petite and didn't need to lose weight. Being barely 5'1", gaining 5 or 10 pounds is a lot on my frame. And I have been known to sneak food and hide it, throw away wrappers and hide them, go in the kitchen late at night when other people are sleeping just to get some snacks and food because I'm just craving it, or I'm depressed, or I'm sad, or I'm emotionally eating whatever it is. That's just been something that I've struggled with my whole life. So even though people have always looked at me as small and petite, I've still struggled with a lot of the same things that others have struggled with too. With that, then, I struggled with a lot of self-confidence. Growing up, I had a lot of self-confidence issues, and I hid behind that with a lot of makeup and a fake smile. And now I have been able to grow into more of a more confident woman. And a lot of the times, like you will see tonight when I bring myself back up on the big screen, I hardly have any makeup on. My hair's in a ponytail from work today because I did work my shift today at work, which is about a 10-hour shift. So I don't look my best right now. And I'm okay with that. I still have confidence. I'm still on here presenting to who knows how many people right now, and how many people might even watch the recording. And I'm okay with that because I'm more confident. And coaching is something that has helped me a lot with that. The reason that I started coaching, one of the main reasons, was the challenge groups and the Shakeology. So like I said, when I signed up, I really wanted the discount on the Shakeology. Then a few years ago, my husband and I got engaged, and some things in my life were changing, and I knew that I wanted to be able to spend more time with him working weekends. He works in retail. I decided, hey, I am always telling people about Shakeology and how awesome it is, how it's helped me in my health and fitness, and I love the workouts that I've done. I had at that point done Insanity, and I just completed the Ultimate Reset, which is a 3-week cleanse, which are the day 1 and day 22 photos that you are seeing on the screen right now. That was my first and real transformation. When I started Insanity, I never took a day 1 photo. So this is my actual day 1 photo. So I, over those 21 days, lost about 12 pounds. And my goal when I did the Ultimate Reset wasn't even to lose weight as much as I took that day 1 photo and I cried because it was the first time that I saw myself in the mirror and had to look at it. And I was like, what happened? All of those sneaky food things really were catching up with me. So what the main reason when I did the Ultimate Reset and to cleanse my body was I was having a lot of health issues with my stomach, and my doctors could not figure out. After several tests and several years, I finally said, you know what, I'm gonna take this into my own hands and figure out what's going on with my stomach. And I found out I had a gluten sensitivity or allergy after that. Celiac runs in my family, and they said that I could even possibly have celiac disease. So a gluten is a big thing in my family. After I completed the Ultimate Reset and I had just been newly engaged, that was when I decided to start running some challenge groups of my own and helping other people feel more confident with themselves and be healthier from the inside out. That's what it was all about for myself. I want to help other people succeed with their own health and fitness and give them the skills and the resources and the support and the motivation in order to do so. And when I started helping other people, my goal was to just help one person. And never in my biggest dreams did I ever imagine helping as many people as I have helped over the last couple of years, as well as building the team that we've built, which is over 150 coaches in our team Ultimate Inspiration. So my big message is you dream big and you never give up. I always say to people, just keep dreaming bigger. When you've reached the goals and the dreams that you have for yourself, create a new dream, create a bigger dream, and just keep helping other people, keep helping yourself reach those goals, and never give up until you get there. Because once you get there, it is the best feeling ever. Whether it's helping other people or helping yourself, you're never going to want to give up. So that is a little bit about myself. I'm going to hand it over to Miranda here next. I'm going to bring her up on the slide so that she can share more about herself.
Hi, everyone. This is Miranda. Welcome to all of you coach perspectives or anyone who's had questions just about what Annie and I do. It's not just sweaty selfies, as we like to say. So just a little bit about me. I am a new coach. I actually joined September 27th after months of debating, after joining challenge group after challenge group, and Annie saying that I would do really well, and me saying, oh, maybe not yet. And honestly, my biggest regret is that I didn't join sooner. It's been a great experience for me. So I am a little over a month old as a coach. I achieved Success Club in my first 30 days, which is a goal that they give coaches each month to help a certain number of people. We've got different levels, and that means that I helped at least 3 people my first month, which I was worried I wouldn't get there, but I was actually surprised by how many people were really interested in what I was doing and responded to my posts, and it was really exciting to see that many people interested in changing their health for the good. I am currently working towards 3 months of Success Club in a row, because each Success Club month that you get, you earn a little reward. I actually have a private call with the CEO in a couple of weeks, and I'm really excited about that, because places I've worked before, when you are in a company and you rarely ever get to talk to the CEO. I worked one place for 3 years, and I think maybe I had 2 casual conversations with him in the hallway. And he probably couldn't have told you what department I was from. So it's exciting that I'm already, as a new coach, being brought in on these different experiences and opportunities. And again, working towards 3 months of Success Club right now, because if you're a new coach and you earn Success Club in the first 3 months, you get a free ticket to the Coach Summit, which is a really fun event. Annie can speak more to it because I haven't been to it, but I know that there's lots of seminars, there's lots of shopping and networking and celebrations. And so that's my current goal, is to help at least 3 people a month for the next 3 months, so that I can get those networking opportunities, and just because I'm really enjoying connecting with people and helping them with their fitness. So that's about me as a coach. A little bit about me as a person. I am happily married to my high school sweetheart, and like Annie, I've got 2 fur babies, except for mine are cats. I'm really big into social media. It's actually my day job, and I enjoy it. I get to manage social media for various companies. My biggest one is a college, and so I get to connect with college students, which can be really fun, and also really snarky at times, but you take the good with the bad. I am currently a Pilates instructor as well. I became certified in Pilates 2 years ago, and that was from a place of I have always been interested in fitness. I've always wanted to help others. I would find people coming to me for fitness advice, and I really wanted to find a way that I could help people in my free time as well as be active myself. In addition to that, I'm also a major emotional eater. I eat when I'm happy, I eat when I'm sad, I eat when I'm bored, and that's something that, especially working in an office environment, I've struggled with. And it's something that I have definitely learned to control more through the Beachbody programs and learning about proper portions and actually thinking about what I'm eating rather than just eating what's there. Unfortunately, due to that lifestyle of being kind of stuck in an office chair for at least 8 hours a day, the stress of some of the past jobs that I've had, and also a couple of different medicines that I got put on in the past couple of years, I've gained 25 pounds in the last 5 years, which doesn't sound like a ton, but for someone who's 5'1", that is a huge amount of weight. And I've been very careful with how I dress to conceal it, but I got to a point where I didn't want to wear shorts on vacation. I went to Mexico in the middle of July and didn't want to wear shorts. I don't like to wear bikinis or expose my midriff. Um, and it's not like I'm in situations where those happen frequently, but when I go on vacation, I would like the confidence to be able to enjoy myself without pulling a cover up down. And honestly, in the past year, it really hit hard that I wasn't comfortable with myself. I wasn't comfortable with how I was presenting myself. And I was here trying to get my first Pilates job. And it's not as motivational if your Pilates teacher doesn't really believe in themselves. And so Beachbody has really helped me get that under control. Again, as I said, I did a lot of challenge groups with Andy to sort of get the feel for it. I was really involved in them. I won a couple of the prizes because I posted and was on social media so much, and they were really fun. And I started to think, well, maybe this is the opportunity for me. I like helping people. I have a background in fitness, although, again, that's not needed. And it could be something that I could use in conjunction with my Pilates and help people further who might only take the class once a week with me and need help on the other nights that they have, or want more advice and tools for how to manage their nutrition for when they're not in my class. So the first program that I did was PIO, which I'm very passionate about. If you follow me, I show my before and afters. I did a whole blog about it. And I will be honest, I started out very skeptical. I had seen the results that Annie and others had achieved, but I really didn't think that that was something I could do. And I thought, well, a lot of these before and after pictures are of our larger people, and I don't have that much to lose. And I was honestly surprised as every week went on. I was more and more excited to work the program. It is Pilates based, so that it was already a check in its favor. But I was doing strength exercises I had never done before. I actually started to enjoy burpees, which was really funny. And I know how to properly do them thanks to PIO. And at the end of my 60 days, I had lost 13.7 pounds and 15.1 inches using no equipment, no weights, no resistance bands, just my body and an exercise and a yoga mat. So I was pretty amazed by that. And I went from someone who wasn't really sure if it was for me to this is 100% for me. So right after my results, I decided to jump in and become a coach, which was great timing because a lot of people were asking, what did you do to lose this weight? I can see a difference. And they were also commenting on how confident I was, how I was carrying myself differently at work, how I looked taller, how they could see the changes in the way that I dressed even. I wasn't wearing as much loose cardigan. So it was really exciting to have people see those changes and ask, well, what did you do to get them? And be able to say, I have programs on my side that helped me. I have an online support group that I'm part of where I get to share recipes with women, make new friends, and be held accountable. And I've got a coach who has walked me through, held my hand at various times when I had lots of questions, and really pushed me to finish my program and continue on. Another thing that changed in the last year for me is that my family, we've had a family history of a genetic disease that was revealed, and it turns out 2 people very close to me have that, and I have a 50% chance of getting it. the good thing is that the person who was diagnosed with it, he was diagnosed at age 76, which is extremely rare. But they said that the symptoms haven't been showing up and presenting themselves and manifesting because he's been working out so much. My grandpa walks 35 miles a day. He actually goes to a track and does it. He gets on exercise machines. He's always been very active, very energetic. And so we never even knew that he had this problem, and it never started showing up until age 76. So that really lit another fire to make working out and eating healthy more than just the occasional thing I wanted to do before summer or before holidays or a major event. No more yo-yo dieting. I need to commit to this because with a family history like that, I don't have the benefit of genetic health on my side. So I have to make my own health. Um, so what I've been doing since I've been a coach, I have teamed up with Annie. She was kind enough to co-host a group with me so that I could get the ropes down and iron out any things I had questions on. And then in the last month, I've run my own 2 challenge groups, a 5-day and a 21-day. And I had so much fun posting every day, sharing recipes, sharing experiences, even sharing struggles when I didn't want to get up, or I had shin splints and I had to get really creative with how I worked out. It was another coaching opportunity where, well, what do you do if you have something like that? The answer is do a lot of upper body and some Pilates. So that's been really great. And I have been able to, I am almost at Success Club this month. It's the 11th of the month. So that's really great. So I'm doing well in terms of helping people. But the biggest thing for me has been getting these emails in my inbox that are just, I mean, it sounds cheesy when I say it, but they're very touching. People who haven't had success losing weight telling me that they can fit into their skinny jeans again. People saying that their stomach got flatter. They didn't necessarily lose a ton of weight, but they can fit into a different dress size, or they're confident enough, to look at themselves in the mirror and feel comfortable with what they see. I'm having moms, new moms, old moms, who are reporting back weight loss and changes to their bodies and improvements they haven't seen since before they had a child. And so it's just a great way for me to reach more people that I can't reach just by doing one Pilates class a week. I'm helping people on the East Coast. I'm helping people on the West Coast. I'm helping people that I haven't talked to as much since college or high school. I'm reconnecting with them, and I'm finding that we still have a lot in common, and it's great to catch up with these people, and it's great to help them, and it's great to be able to continue this lifestyle and actually make some income doing it at the same time by doing what I would do every day, which is working out, eating well, talking to friends, and then making new ones. Since joining Team Ultimate Inspiration, Annie's team, I have met some great people that I connect with. I talk to one of her success partner probably every 2 days on Facebook. We've never even met, and I adore her. I share stories with coaches. We share our successes, our struggles. We answer each other's questions. We're not competing with each other. We're competing to help more people. And that's as a group, not against each other. And it's just the great thing about the business is you can do as much as you want with it. If you're having a busy day, you don't have to spend 4 hours on it. You can spend an hour on it. You can just message 3 people. It doesn't have to be your whole day. It doesn't have to be a full-time job, but it can be if you want to. And it's really what you put into it, you get out of it. And I found myself at the beginning maybe doing an hour and a half a day, and I've been pretty motivated to get this on the ground too. Now I'm doing quite a bit more, but it's because I want to, and it's because I'm enjoying it, and because people are reaching out to me, asking me about my success. So that's really been my experience in like 44 days of being a coach. And it's been really positive. And again, I dragged my feet since this spring on doing this, and I really wish I would have done it sooner. I think that's probably it for me. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Miranda. There was so much that you said that I was like, yes, yes, and yes.
Good. I'm glad I just didn't babble on.
No, no, there is so much that I could agree on and that I didn't hit on that you did, and I thank you for that. Miranda was one of those challengers from the beginning that she knows. I was like, oh, Miranda, you should coach. You're already doing it. And, it was just one of those things that she had to be ready for it. When Miranda was ready for it, she went for it. And I'm so proud of everything that she's done already. And she's always apologizing for any questions that she has, but I love questions. So if you guys have any questions tonight, please do not be afraid to ask them. So thank you, Miranda.
I've already asked her them.
Right. So I'm going to get into a little bit of the nitty gritty about Beachbody for everybody here and about coaching. So what is Beachbody? Beachbody's mission is to help others live a healthy and fulfilling lifestyle. So Beachbody, a lot of people know as Shakeology or Insanity, like I mentioned earlier, or P90X with Tony Horton. However, Beachbody's actually been around since 1998, so quite a while now. I had somebody one time tell me, oh, well, coaching and Beachbody is just something that is here right now, and in a couple years it's going to be gone. And it's like, actually, no, we've been around for quite a while and have so many different programs that people can use at home. If you turn on your TV and you ever flip the channels, you will see a infomercial for the 21-day fix or Turbo Jam. PIO is actually now on with Shalene Johnson that Miranda talked about, is on early in the morning. Size is coming out on infomercials. So they're always providing us with all of these resources of getting our information out there for other people. And if somebody needs a workout or nutrition plan that's on the more beginner side, we have something for them. If we have somebody who has already been working out consistently and now just wants to do something at home because they have children and they can't get to the gym, we have programs that are more difficult and advanced that they can use. If somebody's just purely looking for help with their nutrition, we have the 3-day refresh or the ultimate reset that I shared my photos and my transformation with you, and even Shakeology. We also have that a performance line of pre-workout, post-workout. We have different vitamins that people don't always think about. So Beachbody actually has a lot to offer, but most people think of us as Insanity, P90X, and Shakeology. So there's actually quite a lot. If you have not checked it out, I encourage you to go check it out on one of the websites that Miranda or I or one of the coaches have on the team that referred you to the call tonight. Beachbody, as Miranda said, is always rewarding their coaches. They give us incentives such as the trips. I actually have gone on a Beachbody trip to Cancun this last year, all expense paid, all-inclusive trip to Cancun, Mexico for my husband and myself. And so that was an incentive just for helping people over the year before. And this next year in March, I'm taking my mom on a cruise with Beachbody. Again, everything paid for. They're always gifting us. Every month, Beachbody will send you gifts, or like Miranda said, she will be getting a call with the CEO, Carl Deichler, for just helping 3 people in her first month with their health and fitness. So that's always fun. One of my love languages is gift giving, so Beachbody is always fulfilling my love tank there. I always say, and I then always love to pay that forward to my coaches and my challengers. And the other thing that Beachbody does is they actually gift the challengers, such as when you complete a program, you send in your progress that you made, your before and afters, and they send you a gift. The 3-day refresh, they send you a shaker cup. So they're always sending gifts even for that, as well as you then go into a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly prize for money. So as Miranda mentioned earlier, my success partner, Sean, who's really amazing, and her aunt, Barb, a lot of people know from us sharing photos, actually won the weekly and monthly challenge. So she won $1,500 this year just for her transformation with the 21-day fix and Shakeology, which is pretty awesome. And Beachbody has independent coaches like myself and Miranda who help people. What Beachbody decided to do when things really started to take off is instead of putting their programs on shelves in grocery stores, is they started this community of customers who were helping one another online. And they decided, hey, why don't we take our customers who are already seeing success, who are already seeing results, and have them start helping other people with their health and fitness and just create this huge community of people. So that is what they've done. And since they started this coaching opportunity, there are now 360,000 coaches. And when I say that, I say it proudly because I think it's amazing and awesome. And I'll also say that not all of those coaches are actively helping other people like Miranda and myself and growing a business as well. Some of those people are like me when I first started and just being a coach for the discount. So that is a lot of people, and not everyone is actively working the business. So what is a coach? I have a lot of stuff on here. I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible while still being informative for all of you. A coach is a person who just wants to be healthy. So you heard a lot of that from Miranda and myself when we were talking about our stories. We are just people who want to be healthy. It's not so much about being skinny. Yes, some people might want to be toned and athletic looking, or, you know, just want to be able to wear that bathing suit with pride. We just want to be healthy. And I always talk about healthy from the inside out because for me, that was my journey. We are people who want to succeed. A lot of time coaches are go-getters, like Miranda. When I first met her, I knew she was a go-getter. I actually know Miranda back from high school, but when we reconnected through Facebook and she started joining my challenge groups, I knew right away she was a go-getter and she wanted to succeed at what she was doing because she asked the right questions too. Coaches are always somebody who's working on their own journey. We are just real people here, you guys. We are not here to put on a show. We are not here to try to let people think that they can just see success with their health and fitness or the coaching opportunity overnight. It's all something that takes time, and everything that takes time is worth having is the way that I look at it. So our health and fitness journey is always something that we're sharing with others and inspiring people with. There comes times sometimes where I'm like, oh, I hope that, you know, what I'm doing lately is really helping people. And like Miranda said, all of a sudden you wake up one morning and you have like 3 messages from people saying your videos or your photos or your consistent workouts are always inspiring me and motivating me, and I really appreciate that. I've been able to get back into my skinny jeans again, or, you know, cut out soda, whatever it is. It's just so awesome to get those stories from people. So if you have ever experienced that for yourself, please share that with the coach that you're following, because it means the world to us, because that's what we're here to do. But like I said, then wanting to just help others, and even if it's just one person that we can make a difference in their lives, that's what we're here to do. We're not always at our goal weight. I can tell you, even with the time that I've been a coach, I've always been kind of like Miranda said, a yo-yo dieter. And even for myself, I'm not exactly at my goal weight, but it's not always the goal weight that we think about. We think about how do we feel? How do we feel in our clothes? How is our energy? So there's a lot of different things that we as coaches like to help our challengers and our clients look at other than just the scale, because the scale can be so misleading. I can weigh now close to what I was in my after photos, but I have a lot more muscle definition. So even though I'm wearing smaller sizes, my scale might not change. So it's something that we're always coaching our clients and our coaches on as well. So we have flaws. I can tell you that I recently posted about this in my challenge groups and then on my social media pages, but at my work, there's a huge M&M jar, and I work, like I said, 3 days a week, and most days I will go and get just like a little handful, and by a little handful, I mean that, of M&Ms, what can just fit in like a little bit of the palm of my hand, maybe 10, 15 M&Ms, and we had this mock elections thing at work, and I was rewarded the person who eats the most M&Ms, and I like laughed laughed at myself. I'm like, I'm a health and fitness coach, and here I am getting this award for eating the most M&Ms when really it's like 10 a day, 3 days a week. And otherwise I'm pretty on with my nutrition. And even those M&Ms that I eat, I track. I was just like, no, not anymore. That is not acceptable. I have to stop that. So this week I've committed to no M&Ms, and I've stuck to it. So we have flaws too. We are people. We are not perfect. So we make mistakes. We make mistakes with our health and fitness. Sometimes we feel like we make mistakes with coaching because it's one of those things that we have to fail forward at. Sometimes you try something and maybe you don't succeed. Maybe you've tried a diet in the past and you didn't succeed and you failed and you struggled and you had to say, okay, now what? Am I going to give up? Am I going to try again? Am I going to find a different way? What is it that I'm going to do? Like I talked about earlier, we're driven. I'm one of those people with that when I sit down and put my mind to something and set my goals, I don't stop till I get there. It can be a good thing and a bad thing sometimes. My husband doesn't totally understand when I get like that because he's like, why don't you just shut down? I'm like, I can't. I'm full of all of these ideas and these goals, and I'm going to get there. So we're very driven people typically. But what we are not salespeople. It's something that a lot of people will say when we start talking about coaching is, no, I don't really want to be a coach because I'm not a salesperson. Well, that's awesome because we don't want you to be a salesperson. We want you to inspire other people. We want you to motivate other people. We want you to share your journey with other people. And that's what coaching is all about. Yes, of course, getting people set up with their health and fitness plans through their programs is awesome, and that is going to create a sale for you. I mean, we don't want you to feel like you need to go on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and feel like you have to sell these things to people. You just have to share what's working for you. Even like Miranda she has a blog. So she blogs about her PIO experience and Shakeology because it was something she had never had before. And she was able to then share that with people and create interest. Not all coaches are fitness trainers. As Miranda said, she is a Pilates instructor. I am not. I have never been certified in anything, as well as a lot of other coaches. It's something that you can have and you can do, and it's great, and people will look up to you for that for sure. There's things that I want to get certified in once I have some time and start teaching myself and just get out there in front of people more. But you don't have to be a fitness trainer. You don't have to be a nutritionist. We learn this as we go. We learn about nutrition as we go. And that was something that really attracted me to coaching was I learned from my coach and from watching other coaches before becoming a coach about the dirty dozen. And that's when I really started to clean up what I was putting in my cupboards, in my fridge, in my body. So those are the types of things that we learn as we go and that the Beachbody programs are going to help you with as well if you haven't started one already. We are not personal trainers. Some people will ask me that when I start conversating with them that I meet through social media or through a referral of somebody who was sent to me, is they'll say, are you a personal trainer? We are not personal trainers. Again, there are coaches who are. Again, I think it's something that I'm very interested in doing in the future, but it's not something that you have to have in order to be a coach. Again, you're just sharing your journey and your story with other people. Beachbody is not a pyramid scheme. It's another common myth about coaching with Beachbody. It is something that with Beachbody, it's Miranda as a coach who is on my team can actually surpass me in this business and do more and earn more than what I can even do. And that is my goal for my team. And I talk to a lot of my coaches about is I want to see my coaches succeed just like I see my challengers succeed with their health and fitness. So I'm always talking to my coaches about their goals and checking in on them because I want them to succeed. And if they want success and to build a business and to build a team of coaches who are like them, then I am going to help them do that. And I want them to be successful. Beachbody is a person who drinks Shakeology and leads by example. Sorry, I had to read ahead getting to the bottom of the screen there. So with coaching, we are always leading by example. We're always working on our fitness. It's something that is kind of ingrained in us because we fall in love with Shakeology for one reason or other. For me, Shakeology was something that replaced breakfast every morning because I was never a breakfast person. And that's where my coach was like, hey, you need to try this. You know, it has all your vitamins, which I was not ever in my life taking vitamins. I hate pills. And I say hate like it's not lightly at all. I really hate taking pills, and I am not a morning person, so breakfast was something I never did, and my mornings at work are very long, and I'm not guaranteed to get a break in the morning to grab a bite to eat. So I would go from 7 a.m. until 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon before getting something to eat in my put in my body. So Shakeology was something that provided my vitamins, my nutrients that I was missing because I was a really picky eater. It was my chocolate fix is what I would call it because I drink the chocolate Shakeology every single day. And so we're always leading by example with our nutrition, our fitness, and drinking our Shakeology every day. And I will tell you, since really consistently drinking Shakeology over the last 3 years every single day, I have been so much healthier. When I previously to that, I was sick almost every month. And I can tell you that because Time Hop, I look at almost daily just to kind of see where my life has come in the last several years. And almost every month there was some type of Time Hop post that was saying I was sick. And it's funny that that's all that I could post about on Facebook was being sick, but I was sick like every month several years ago. And in this calendar year of 2015, I've been sick once. So that is a pretty drastic change just because I'm eating better, I'm working out, and leading by example. Coaches are just ordinary people who are here to help change lives. So Miranda and I are just like a lot of you guys. We're just wanting to work on our health and fitness. We're just wanting to be successful with that and then maybe inspire a couple of people every single month to do it for themselves as well and just start helping other people. And the trend of obesity is what Beachbody talks about as well, is we really want to help others end that trend of obesity. And that is something that runs in my genetics as well that I didn't talk about earlier, is a lot of health concerns with obesity, high cholesterol, diabetes, heart disease, Parkinson's. Those are all things that are huge in our society and that we're really trying to put an end to. So what does a coach do? So what a coach does is help an individual, a client, a friend, a family member, somebody they just meet through an online group with their fitness, their nutrition. They give them support, and that is what equals the success. I can tell you guys, I have tried all kinds of weight loss programs in the past, and it didn't really stick, obviously. It wasn't until I found Beachbody and I found Insanity, and then I got the Shakeology, and then I was in a challenge group that I really started to see that success. I was motivated every day. I saw other people doing their workouts. Then I started seeing challengers doing their workouts before work, and I thought, oh my gosh, they are crazy. I am not a morning person. And during that challenge group of seeing other people working out really early in the morning, I started doing that too. I can say that now that I don't have that person in my challenge group anymore, I'm not as consistent because I don't have that person motivating me as much anymore. But now I have Miranda who's working out early in the morning. And I'm one of those people that will wake up and say, I know that Miranda's going to work out this morning, so I'm going to get up and I'm going to get it done too. So that is where that success comes in. What a coach does is help people. I think we've covered that quite a bit already, but we really just help people one-on-one find that fitness program based off of what they tell us that they've enjoyed doing before. Have they enjoyed dancing? Have they enjoyed Pilates? Do they enjoy weightlifting or cardio, kickboxing? What is it that they like to do so that we can help them one-on-one find that fitness program that's going to be best for them? We then host the online accountability groups. So like we talked about on Facebook, we host these online groups. They're private, they're one-on-one with ourselves as your coach, and then with other challengers in the group who are working on some of the same goals as they are. So like Miranda said, we share recipes, we share meal plans, we share motivation, we do check-ins, we message you privately behind the scenes, even as that accountability group is going on, to make sure that you're getting closer to your goals. We share the ups, we share the downs, because let's face it, this isn't always easy with trying to be healthy. There's a lot of things that we do that we put food around. You know, every time we get together with family, there's food, drinks, all of that. The holidays are coming up. There's going to be lots of food and drinking. So just helping one another stay motivated and making sure that we get our nutrition and fitness on track. Some coaches even hold fit clubs. One of the coaches in our area, I'm in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and she's on Sean's team, Katie, has actually started doing this herself this fall. So she hosts once a month a fit club where people get together and we do a Beachbody workout. Sometimes we do two. If they're 30 minutes, we sometimes will do two quick 30-minute workouts so that people can get an idea what the workouts are like. So you can always ask your coach if there's anything like that in your area, or if you become a coach, you can always put something like this together to get together with your girlfriends. As coaches, we host coach trainings. So twice a month, my team hosts a coach training where we just help with our coaches in our downline with topics and trainings of things that maybe we have struggled with in the past that we want to help our coaches with. So those are always recorded. They're a lot like this webinar that you're on right now, where we're just hosting and training and giving you information about things that are going on with coaching as well as Beachbody provides for us coach trainings too. As Miranda talked about, their summit that is every July. It's in Nashville this year again, and there's lots of trainings from top coaches, from the fitness trainers. Every Monday, they have what we call the National Wake Up Call, where they have a top coach who gets on and talks about their story and gives some trainings and tips on coaching as well. So there's always other coaches that we're learning from as well, not only from our team. So that was something that really attracted me to Beachbody, was that it's a whole community of coaches, and it's not just one person trying to be better than everybody else. It's a whole community of people helping each other. As coaches, we are working on our own fitness, as we have talked about a lot tonight, but also personal development. And this is something that is huge for me, because for the first several years, I did not do personal development because I thought it meant reading books, which it can if you like to read, but I am not a reader. So once I finally found my area where I could really work on my own personal development, which is through podcasts on my cell phone as I'm cleaning my house, driving to and from work, and just whenever I have time, instead of listening to music, I'm listening to podcasts, I really started to work on myself. And that's where a lot of the self-confidence and those changes there have come from. I had people in the last year, especially at my work, tell me how they've seen me really developed into a leader and how they've seen my confidence change just because I've really focused a lot more on my own personal development of my own self and really working on areas that I know I was struggling with. And as coaches, we're just here again to lead by example. So these are just a couple of transformations that some of my challengers and my challenge groups have had. So I just wanted to share some of that with you, because that is one of the main things, like we've talked about, that we do, is just help people with their health and fitness goals. So what is a challenge group? If you have not been in one before, a challenge group is a place for people to get together in a private setting to share their struggles. You know, not everybody has a great support group. I work with a lot of women who their husbands aren't supportive of them losing weight. They think they look great already, and they are just like, you know, I just want to do this for me. I want to feel more confident. I want to feel good when I, put on that bathing suit, or I want to feel good when I pull on my jeans. I don't want to have that muffin top anymore. Can you help me? So the challenge group is something where women can get together, and, you know, there are challenge groups, of course, too, that have men, which is great. But most of my own base is women, so that's why I say it that way. But for us to get together and work on our health and fitness goals together, to say, hey, I don't feel like working out tonight, but I'm going to get up and I'm going to go push play, or somebody motivate me, or, you know, today I'm sick and I don't feel like working out. Should I work out or rest? You know, it's just a place for us to really come together as a community without having to put it all over our Facebook news feeds, and, you know, have our coach there to help support us as well. So every day in the challenge groups, the way that we typically run them is in the morning we have a motivational quote, we have a daily challenge sometimes where we'll say, let's have a water challenge and see who can get the most water in today, or what types of things do you like to put in your water to change it up? Do you like to put lemon in it? Do you like to put fruit in it? What is it that you like to do with your water? And then in the evening, we like to do a little check-in, which can be as simple as, on a scale of 1 to 10, how did you do with your water today? So that's kind of how the challenge groups work, as well as at the end of a challenge group. Some of them, like Miranda said, are 5 days, sometimes they're 21 days or 30 days. But the end of the challenge group, we like to pick winners based off of, sometimes it can be participation, it can be based off of your transformation, so your before and after photos. So that's a lot of fun too, and everybody's always so excited to see how others did and the prizes that are there too. A common question with a challenge group is, how do I find people to join the group? As Miranda said, when she became a coach, she wasn't sure she'd be able to find enough people to help. And the way that you find people to join the group is, number one, sharing your story and sharing your workouts and sharing what you're doing through social media, and even just sharing your life. Like Miranda and I talked about, we both have our fur babies, so we like to talk about them on our social medias, and that attracts other people to us that typically have fur babies too. And when you start sharing with people on social media, whether it's your Facebook or Instagram or a blog, and you start talking with them behind the scenes and communicating with them, then that's where you start to find people who maybe want to work on their own health and fitness. And we create these event invites, like we shared with you tonight and invited you to this webinar. I also shared with you at the bottom of the screen one of my banners for an event for a 21-day group that I did this summer. That is another way that we find people who are interested in joining a challenge and working on their health and fitness, is through the event invites. The other thing is even doing what we call a call to action on Facebook, where we say, I'm looking for 5 women to help this month with their health and fitness goals. People will then comment or message us to let us know that they want to have help and get into the next challenge group. So there are ways to also add to your network of friends by asking your friends and family for referrals of who else they might know that might want to join you in a challenge group, that type of thing too. So there's always different avenues with social media that we can use. Like Miranda said, we help people all over the United States. And I also have clients and coaches in Canada. So you can work with anybody right now in the United States or Canada in your challenge groups. And another thing that we talk about with coaches is, how do I share versus sell? Because remember, we said we are not here to be salespeople. So the way that you share is just by sharing your journey, like I've talked about a lot tonight. Sharing the food that you're eating. You share your progress as you're going through a program. You can share videos of yourself doing the workouts. It can be very scary to share pictures of yourself or even videos. I know for myself, it took me, people always say, you're really good at taking selfies. Well, I've been doing this for basically 3 years now. So I hope I'm getting better at taking selfies and taking videos, because it's something I've been doing for a while. But when I see in my time hop some of my first photos and posts that I was doing, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was such an amateur at this. So I've come a long way too. So just sharing with people and not putting out there that, get a program in your Shakeology for, $100 this month. That's not what we want you to feel like you need to do on your social media, nor is it that what we really want you to do on your social media is to put sales out there for people. You want to be more inviting and more inspirational and motivating. So these are just some photos that I shared with you tonight at the top of the screen. Some of the things that I put in some of my challenge groups to help motivate people, help them with eating cleaner and healthier throughout the day. So those are just some of the ideas of things that you would see in a challenge group. So then the real nitty gritty. How do I make money? Now that we've gone through all of this information about challenge groups and coaching and what we do, how is it that you actually do create an income for yourself based off of the time and energy that you've put into coaching. With coaching, you actually make a 25% commission from your sales. So when you sell a program or a package with Shakeology or the vitamins, you actually make a commission from that. And that commission over time can really build up. You also can create a residual income from building a team of your own. So when you start building a team, that's where you really start creating a residual income. And it takes time. Again, everything worth having takes time. And that residual income over time really grows and grows and grows. And with coaching, we always say be here in a year. And it's something that I think about not only with our businesses, but also with our health and fitness too. Because sometimes it can take a year to then look back and say, wow, look how far I've come. And it's the same thing with coaching and creating that income for yourself. Beachbody also has a bonus system we call it the Team Cycle Bonus. So we get paid weekly, which is awesome. It always helps with the gas and the groceries and the bills, or saving for a vacation, whatever it is that you are putting your commissions towards. But we every week get paid, and with that paycheck, when you start building a team, you get a Team Cycle Bonus based off of what you're helping your coaches do with their business. And then once you start rank advancing and really helping your team build their teams, you start getting quarterly bonuses too. Beachbody, they also then, like I talked about, give you free trips and training, such as the summit trip and the cruise and the all-inclusive trip that I've gone to Cancun. So those are ways that you can create income. There is a military discount with Beachbody, which is awesome. Happy Veterans Day. And with that military discount, you get all of the monthly coaching fees waived. So if you or your spouse are in the military, let your coach know. That way we can help you make sure that you get that military discount as well. And that is for life. Whether you or your spouse are active military, that is for life. With coaching, there are 3 options with your business, which is what I have really loved. And I've kind of gone through each of these areas of coaching. There's the discount coach, where, like I talked about, that was me in the beginning. I was just a regular Shakeology drinker. I didn't want anything to do with the sales side of it. Like I said, I didn't want to help anybody with their health and fitness because I was working on it myself, and I was scared, to be honest with you. And I had just gotten out of college and had my dream job. And so I just wanted that $16 a month savings and that 25% off all of my programs. Because like I said, I have a whole collection of them now. Then I became a hobby coach, where I have a full-time job, but I wanted to help some people, and I wanted to start earning a little bit of income to cover the cost of my Shakeology and to help pay for some of my wedding. Then I became a business builder. I went all in and started building a life that I can create myself. I can work when my husband works. I can chat with my girlfriends online whenever I want. So when I say that my coaches have questions for me, I love it, because I feel like I get to just chat with my best friends. And I get to grow a team of people that love doing the same thing that I love to do. They get what I'm about, and we get to share that with each other each and every day. So who is Team Ultimate Inspiration that Miranda and I talked about? Like I said, we have over 100 coaches on our team within the network. We are in the top 250 teams out of all of Beachbody, which I told you earlier. There are 360,000 coaches or teams. We are moms, we have nurses, we have HR, I'm a dental hygienist. Some are single, some are moms, some are stay-at-home moms. We have college students, we have x-ray technicians. And we even have Miranda too. She's pretty awesome. I can't wait for her to do a training for us on what she does with her marketing skills, because I'm always like, oh, she's so good at that. But we're a whole support system. We've become a family and a community. There are coaches on our team, like I said, from Canada. I'm here in the United States in Michigan, and they are like my best friends. There are nights that we're up like messaging each other till 11 or 12 o'clock at night, and it's always amazing to really get to know them and their stories and to get to know them on a deeper level too. So I shared just a few photos of some of the coaches on the team, as well as a group photo from one of our, what we call our Super Friday events or Saturday events, where it's a local event quarterly, where they do a live training and then a live workout. So what can you expect from our team? You will get free trainings like I talked about. Our team does a training every other week, so twice a month. You get support from not only your coach, but your upline coach, and from the team page, and from all of the other coaches in the network. Everybody's always happy to help one another. The webinars, which are part of your trainings as well, team calls, you get our systems of what we have used to really create success in our businesses. You get my systems and other coaches' systems that you can make your own. You get recognition. We're always trying to recognize coaches, not only on the social media where you see, but also in our team pages. So I have shared with you here just an August Success Club earners so far. That was a photo that I just pulled out of my documents and shared with you for tonight. So we had all of those coaches that were just some of them that were hitting Success Club by helping people in August, as well as the gifts that I've talked about. So coaches are just really here to help change lives and make a difference in other people's lives and the lives of those around them. So what is next? Over the next 24 hours, your coach will follow up with you. We're going to send you a message, we'll give you a phone call, a text message, whatever it is that we've already used to connect with you. A lot of times it's through Facebook, through Messenger, but we're gonna follow up with you. So some things that we just asked that maybe you can think about is, what did you like best about this presentation tonight? What is it that you liked best about coaching? Do you feel like coaching is something that it will be a good fit for you? Because we always want to make sure that it is. We don't want you to get into something that you don't feel like is going to be a good fit for you. But after watching the webinar tonight, hopefully you will have a good feeling of whether it is or isn't, and from talking with your coach, and which option appeals to you most. Do you feel like you want to be more of a coach or a customer? And what type of coach do you feel like you're going to be? More of a discount coach, a hobby coach, or going all in and really wanting to build a business? So next, sign up and ask to join our next coach training, which will be starting in just a couple of weeks. So this is the perfect time to get in connection with your coach and to get signed up so that when that coach training starts, you're ready to go and start helping other people too. So we are going to go ahead and open up the floor for any questions. I will post on the event invite here. I'm going to pull it up on my cell phone real quick. Again, there is a slight delay, so if you're just hearing this now, we're a few seconds ahead of you. So I'm just going to give everybody a couple minutes. Sorry, this. Oh my gosh, where did the time go? We had so much to share tonight. Oh, Becky, so the slides didn't come up for you guys. I know they were up at the beginning. Something must have happened, and I'm sorry. I can share the slides with you. I can post them. I'll try to post them in the event for you. If not, I will send you a message and I can get them to you so that you can see them as well. I apologize. I had no idea I was talking and didn't see my notifications. I'm just going through these. Could you see it the whole time, Miranda?
I just saw you.
You did? Oh my goodness.
I thought that was unique to me, so.
I am sorry, guys. For sure, I will share those with everybody who is on tonight. Yeah, we will just have to, when we connect with you, we'll just ask. I know we still have a few viewers on right now, so just waiting to see if any questions come through otherwise. I appreciate everybody sticking with and just watching my face. I wish I would have known that because, wow. Anything else that you want to add, Miranda, and then we'll go ahead and jump off if I don't see any questions come through.
I know one that people had asked me before was they were really worried that it would take a long time for them to make any kind of commission or cover the Shakeology. And I had the same kind of concerns, but in my first month, by helping 3 people, I covered my Shakeology. I covered the program that I had signed up with, which was 21 Day Fixed. That was the second program I purchased, the one that I purchased to get the coach fee waived and start a new program. So I actually made a commission above what I spent to start 21 Day Fix and get my Shakeology. So that was one thing that I forgot to mention, and that was my biggest concern was that I might lose money. And so far, I haven't had that happen. I was successful in my first month in making a commission. So that was one thing I would add.
Yeah, that's so true. And it's a huge, huge concern with a lot of people is I'm afraid I won't make money. I already live paycheck to paycheck. So it's something that when you sign up as a coach, we are going to talk with you one-on-one. I did the same thing with Miranda when she became a coach and said, what are your goals? What is that you want to get out of coaching? And then we set a plan of action in order to help her reach her goals. So that's where she was able to be so successful in her first month is we really worked a lot together one-on-one, answering questions, getting on the phone a couple times, and really just setting her up for that success of helping people and to get her costs covered so that she could continue to move forward with her business. I will tell you that's not something that was a concern for me, wanting to be more of a discount coach, but then it was a concern for my husband as I started building my business and putting the time in. He was like, okay, so you're putting in an hour a night or an hour and a half a night or 2 hours a night, but how much are you seeing in return? And for me, yes, that was part of it. Like I wanted to make sure that I was seeing a return, but for me, I could see the big picture and I knew that I wanted to help people and I was enjoying what I was doing. And I knew that in the long run, the return financially was going to come if I just stuck with it. Stephanie had a question on how can you gain more participation in challenge groups as far as posting and sharing. Stephanie, that is more what I have found works really well is I always try to be a challenger, not try. I always am being a challenger within my own challenge groups. So that is something that's really helped me to keep my challenge groups alive because of course, especially this time of year, everybody can be a little bit more lax on their health and fitness. So by being a challenger and sharing my workouts that I got it done in the morning and sharing what I had for dinner. I took a picture of my dinner tonight for my challenge group and I forgot to post it and now it's like 10 o'clock at night. So I'm still going to post it and show them like, hey, here's what I had for dinner tonight. It was chicken and a salad. That way they can see that, hey, I'm staying on track too. I wanted to skip dinner tonight and I wanted to have a bowl of ice cream instead, but I didn't because we don't have it in our house. But that's just what I wanted. So by being a challenger in the group it really helps to keep people motivated, and that's what we're here to do. And I find that the challenge groups really help me as a person, another thing that I love, stay more on top of my own health and fitness too. And the other thing that I do is I'm always messaging with my challengers behind the scene, seeing how they're doing, asking if they have questions. Before the group even kicks off, I make sure that they have their program and do they have any questions with their program, or do they have any questions about the nutrition plan? Do they need help with resources with their nutrition, that type of thing. And even just asking about Shakeology. If they ordered Shakeology, you know, what has been their favorite recipe so far, and how are they liking it, and how are they mixing it, and just really being engaged with those challengers. That's why we really try hard to keep our challenge groups smaller, so we can work so one-on-one with people. And if we see that people aren't showing up, I've had it where some people just, if you look at their Facebooks, they're never on Facebook. So for them to not be posting 5 times a day in a challenge group, that's kind of normal. I wouldn't expect them to be posting a lot. But if they are very active on their Facebook and they're not being active in the challenge group, then messaging them right away and just saying, hey, I want to check in and see how you're doing with your health and fitness. So that's a lot of what we do behind the scenes, as I call it, is we're just checking in on people. So I hope that answers your question. Andrea said thank you, that we covered everything. So thanks, Andrea, for jumping on, listening to this long webinar. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever had one so long. How did we do that? But I'm glad we still have viewers on. So that means that people have been watching. And I apologize again for not showing all of the slides the whole time. They were beautiful slides, I think.
Stunning.
It's so stunning. But I think that I will let you guys go for tonight. Thanks for hanging in here with us tonight and for listening to all of the information that we have to share with you. Again, if you have any questions, please let your coach know that referred you to the webinar tonight, and we will be in contact with you. If not tonight, because it's late, probably tomorrow. So thank you, everyone.